The Selfish Podcast acknowledges the traditional owners of the land and waters that this podcast is recorded on.
Everything that we discuss on the Selfish Podcast with Chloe and Steph is for informational purposes only. It's either our own experiences, opinions and insights or our guests. It's not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice and should not be relied upon as health or personal. It's time to prioritise yourself and your well-being. Subscribe now and get ready to put yourself first with the Selfish Podcast.
Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to the next episode of the Selfish Podcast with Chloe and Steph. Very excited
Hello.
to see you.
I know. This is like the first time recording in, a month where we've actually been in the same room together.
Absolutely. Yeah. The new digs.
The new digs. I know. This is amazing. As you might see from a video, we don't have any doonas behind us. We're actually in a really beautiful space.
And surprisingly, I think the audio last week was fine.
It was beautiful.
I don't know how we just got caught up on thinking we needed doonas everywhere.
Well, I think we're learning, right? We're learning about the sound quality. We wanted it to sound good.
Yeah.
It was important to us.
We did invest in good.
Yeah, we've got the equipment, and I feel like also we are getting better at just talking into the microphones. And
I'm not going like this.
Yeah, exactly. We're not, Hugh did say to me the other day, he goes, "Oh, Chloe, stop banging the microphone."
Oh, well, I've got one there.
Now we're back.
There you go.
No, I think it's great. And it was so fun to listen to the episode
Last week.
with you and Tash last week. Yeah, I did make some notes of like questions I had, especially around where you got those Christmas baubles from.
Oh,
They looked amazing.
Mushrooms
the mushrooms.
that are now dead.
Yeah, they've all gone.
Smashed. They've all gone. Looking over our Christmas tree. All gone. TK Maxx, they were. But I didn't realise that TK Maxx is not online. Did you know this?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I looked them up because I got given them as a gift.
They're beautiful.
The mushrooms. And
who gave you them as a gift?
my mother-in-law.
Oh, how lovely is that? Had she listened to the mushroom episode?
I'm not sure if she has.
I love mushrooms. I love fungi.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, beautiful.
so good. These were really sweet too. Oh, makes me feel so sad.
Okay, if anyone's going past the TK Maxx.
Yes, anyone, check out if there's any mushrooms there.
Buy a few extras, please.
4-pack and they all smashed.
Oh, my
Anyway,
God.
we've still got the dinosaur, we've got the mermaids, we've got
Looks beautiful. I like that ice cream.
we've got the ice cream, we've got some birds, seashells. It's a very random mix.
It looks lovely. I don't know if we're going to have a Christmas tree this year.
Really?
I feel like, with Fred, like he's, running around, I feel like it would just be more stress-inducing than joy
You could put it up
provoking.
I think we all got one. They get used to it though. Like the boys are a bit, they kind of, when they were younger, they were like, "Oh my God, what is that?" And they'd touch it and stuff. But now they get over it.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we should get one.
You have to, don't you?
Yeah, I know. I do love the smell of Christmas. with a fresh
Even go
tree.
and get some sticks or something and make, a bit of a stick tree.
Yeah, well, I might have to consult the Feng Shui episode we did a few weeks ago because in part 2, Kimberly does talk about the
Did Kimberly?
spiky things.
Yes. Okay, she did talk about the spiky things. And I was looking at the bottom ornament, which we'll take a picture of, is like spiky. See the one that's on the floor?
Yeah.
I don't think that would be good feng shui.
No, okay.
No. It's like gold spiky.
Yeah, but you know what? It's just a small time of the year and it sparks joy and celebration.
That kind of looks like a dagger now, though, and I think maybe I should get rid of that.
Maybe.
They're daggery.
In next week's episode, I would love to talk a bit about Christmas and grieving, or not grieving over Christmas, but just when you're celebrating Christmas with someone who should be with you.
Yes.
I would love to explore that a little bit further because I think
that sounds amazing.
I think Christmas can be a really wonderful time of year, but it can also be a really, really tough time of year.
Yeah. It sounds like it would be a great conversation to have.
Yeah, I feel like this is the first Christmas we'll actually be celebrating.
Feel happy.
Yeah, feeling happy. Anyway,
Okay.
This is so fun to be with you.
So exciting. So we're going to be talking lots about you today, which is, I can't wait to hear all the things. I feel like you've been like, keep holding all these juicy details back.
Yeah, I said to Chloe, don't talk to me until we record.
Yeah, so I'm super excited. Anything that you wanted to chat about before we dive deep into your trip?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've got one thing that is very top of mind that I need immediate help with and assistance with.
Okay.
So
give it to me.
haircut.
Yeah.
Getting my hair done today.
Yeah.
I've been growing it for the last few months. As you can see, I've just done it beautifully for today's podcast recording.
I'm slicked back too. Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, I feel like it's not feeling very healthy at the moment. I feel like I just want to cut it all off.
Okay.
Like not super short, but like
How long is it now?
It's quite long.
Is it below your shoulders? Yeah, it's below your shoulders.
It's below my shoulders. It looks
Yeah.
great when it's like
All done.
when it's all done.
This is my thing.
But I just feel like because it's quite. I just feel like it feels and like okay, it hasn't been washed properly. It needs a toner, like all that kind of
All
stuff.
that stuff,
It's quite long,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I just feel like I need a change.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking just
How short?
maybe like
Like a
a lob,
a
long
lob.
bob.
Yeah. The long bob.
Yeah,
Do it. Why not? Your hair
I think
grows.
just do it. Yeah, it does grow, and I just feel like I'm just a bit stuck.
Stuck.
With it. I feel like most people look better with short hair. This is the thing I've always thought. I think most people look better with short hair, but we've got this fucked up idea in society that women look better with longer hair or women need longer hair or longer hair is often
More
a sign
feminine.
of beauty or it's like all the models have got longer hair. I don't know.
But they've all got clip-in extensions in.
Well,
Let's
they
be
do.
honest.
Yeah, they do.
So their hair looks voluptuous and like or voluminous.
But I think every time I've got short hair, I think I look fresher, I feel edgy, I feel better. And I think people hold on to their hair and get so attached to it. But I think 9 out of 10 people look better with short hair.
I definitely look better with short hair.
Yeah. Hey, how long have you had your short hair do for?
When did I get it? I got it cut. Oh no, I went brown just before your
you went
birthday,
brown, yeah.
didn't I?
Yeah.
But the last one that Bernie, our hairdresser, did, she actually because she took it so short, she had to shave my neck
Oh, you had an undercut.
just a tiny bit. So I'm actually going today as well, everyone.
So
we're
what are you going to get done?
I'm going to actually maybe go a tad shorter too, not heaps, but just get my colour redone because it's washed out a fair bit.
Yeah, I think you look great with short hair.
Yeah. I think because my hair I've got a lot of hair, but it's quite thin. And so I feel like when it's long, it just, I don't know, it just kind of like, it just doesn't, it's just not voluminous when it's long because it pulls all my features down.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's part of the reason I've had long hair because I've been carrying some extra weight. So I've probably lost about 15 kilos since we started the pod.
I feel like you're fading away in front of my eyes.
I've probably got another 10 until I'm back to my like pre-baby body. Not that I'm looking for my pre-baby body, but I'm just
where you
looking
feel
where I was comfortable. Yeah. But I feel like I've also got quite a strange redistribution of weight these days.
I think you all,
Yeah. So I feel like I was having the longer hair because I wanted to just like hide my face a little bit or just make my face look longer. I think it was being related to that. So I think now that I'm feeling a bit more comfortable in myself and my body and I'm feeling a bit more like myself, I want to go back to...
Yeah, because you have had it short before.
Yeah, I used to have it short.
Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I loved it short.
Are you going to go dark?
Well, I've just got these pesky grey hairs that keep coming through. So, which is why I've had, and I haven't had any fours for ages just because I just haven't had time to get them because they take a while and then I've had work trips come up and I've had to cancel the foil appointment and all that kind of stuff. So I haven't had the foils done, but I think I need to get them back because I've got so much grey coming through in this very distinct spot that it's just so noticeable. Whereas if you have a few lighter foils, and we'll get Bernie on the pod actually to talk through all of this
can't
stuff.
Wait for that.
So we're going to have her on in the new year. But I think that when I do have some highlights, it distracts from the grey. It's not so obvious because if you look there, like I've just got like a little
like a tuft,
a streak of
really
grey,
like that much that you think. You know, you always when your own self is more self-critical.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what about you? What are you going to do for your hair colour?
I'm going to go just get the brown.
Are you loving the dark?
Yeah, I don't think I'm dark now.
You're dark.
Except I have found a grey too. Just one.
Just one?
Just one, and it's really coarse.
Do you have greys in both upstairs, downstairs?
Oh, I found my first downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not many. They're again just like
I don't
sparse couple.
Yeah. I've got a patch of greys up
joys.
here, but I haven't had any greys downstairs yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No,
Oh,
not that I've seen. Could be there.
Like investigate.
They could be there.
I don't even know how I saw Anywho, moving right along.
So yeah, I'll send you some hair pics when I'm done.
Yes.
I think I will go short.
Do it.
Yeah.
I think you should. I think you're ready for it.
I think I'm ready for it.
I think that you were just sharing with us and now it's confirmed.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
Yeah.
It's a done deal.
Yeah. So when this is out on Wednesday, you'll have short hair.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, I just need to book a time to get some foils because I really think I'll show you a picture after this of this haircut I had when we literally just moved back from Singapore. I got it short and I got some blonde in it, and I think like
you want to do
that's
that?
where I want to be. Yeah, that's what I want to look like.
Great. Love that.
Yeah, me circa 3.5 years ago.
Great.
4 years ago.
4.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Anyway, there we go.
Can't wait. Bring it on. Love new
Bring it on.
and
What
news.
what about you? What have you been up to?
This week we had actually it wasn't that quiet a weekend, but had my Pilates Christmas show on Saturday. And I always find, when you step out of, I don't know how it is for you, how you feel, but for me, you feel safe and secure when you're going into that gym space or Pilates room or whatever, and you're always in your active wear and, you look pretty shit often.
You don't look shit.
No, but you're more like makeup free, blah, 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 blah. So going out with your gym friends is just something just a bit different.
It is.
Because you're like showcasing your other side of self, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that little bit of discomfort in stepping out into a new space.
Yes.
But it was beautiful.
What were you wearing?
I wore jeans and that white one-shoulder top that I wore to the awards.
Oh, beautiful.
With high-waisted jeans.
Nice.
I feel like it looked good. And I wore them to that night as well, but the pink point.
Okay.
Yeah, with the jeans.
Okay, lovely. I love a pointy.
Yeah.
I love a pointy with
I know
jeans.
you've inspired me to go back to the point.
I love the point. I love a point.
Yes.
Pointy, pointy, pointy.
It is quite. I love how you just get quite aggressive about something. But we do love a point now. I think God are the square toes.
They've all got a place.
We've digressed.
Yeah, they've all got a place. They've all got a place. But also it's funny when you go to the gym, I think, and then you've got then everyone's got makeup on. Yeah. And you're like, wow, you look great.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just I had to leave I had to say goodbye at one point because I'd had quite a few drinks and I just kind of let myself go a little bit, and I was talking about Adam. They were talking about guys coming into the Pilates studio and I was like, oh, bring Adam in. He's got a really good rig. You could perv on him. And I was just like, why is this coming out of my mouth? And then a couple of the other women were like, oh, yeah, that'd be great. It's totally fine to have a perv. And I was like, yeah, take him, whatever. Just was going too far. I was like, okay, I got to go now.
I'll see myself out.
I was like, yeah. So that's what I'm walking back into when I go to the Pilates tonight is my boozy mouth.
Yeah, I love it. And you know what? They'll love it too. They all love it. Yeah. And how often are you going to Pilates these days?
Oh, trying for my 3.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. You have to come with me one time.
Yeah, no, I need to, now that this busy work period's over, because it was very hard because it was mornings and evenings. It was very tricky to do anything that wasn't home-based. So, no, I would love to. I really do need to
find your group.
Find my group.
Whatever you want. Because I really resonates with you.
I really enjoy exercising and I find I like being strong. I like being fit.
Me too.
So, whether it's running or maybe it's, I love Pilates I will. I need to
fit it in.
Need to fit it in. I've got one more work trip coming up, which I'm actually going to be away for about a week, heading to the UK.
You are amazing. I don't know how you do it. Well, let's segue on to your previous work trip, which was now a couple of weeks ago. But a lot has happened to you and your family since you also returned. Yes. So let's go right back to the start.
Okay.
So first of all, Steph is an amazing businesswoman and she is very high up in her corporate position. which we're going to dive into another time, and she's getting very embarrassed by me saying this right now. But anyway, you flew business class, which I know you're feeling very awkward about sharing with us. However, we want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Yeah.
You're just talking to me about it anyway.
Yeah.
We don't know who's listening. Really.
No, exactly. No,
and
exactly.
I want the ins and outs of like how amazing it was.
Yeah, okay. I'll tell you everything.
Through you.
Yeah, I'll tell you everything. So yeah, I was very, very lucky that I could fly business. And it was a long, long trip. And,
yes.
And I was
you
literally
needed to hit the ground running.
Yeah. And
like work-wise.
Work-wise. And the time zone is very, very tricky. It's from where we are, it's 16 hours difference. So it is, it's 18 hours. So it's like add 6 hours to where we are now and then take a day.
Yes. Okay.
So it is we'll do that.
Okay, we'll
do that at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Do that at the end. So it's like massive, massive time difference. And literally I was, doing emails in the car on the way to the hotel. So very much needed. But yeah, it was I was sort of a little bit giddy beforehand because I've never flown business before. And it's always been something that has been
it's kind of like a bucket
aspiration.
list.
Yeah, it's been on my bucket list.
Yeah.
And I always remember hearing about other people's experiences and just thinking, I can't wait to be that person and, to walk onto the plane and have be bright eyes and bushy tails. And that I was. I was bright eyed and bushy tail. And I mean,
like previous or like both?
This time,
the beginning and the end of the flight,
all of it.
Bright eyed.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. In terms of getting to your destination and actually feeling pretty good, it was pretty amazing. Like I honestly don't know how I'll fly economy again because it is just such a different experience. So, I mean, to start with pre-flight, when you're flying business, you usually get access to the lounge, which is always lovely because you can go in there and have a drink or have something to eat or,
Is it buffet style?
Yeah, it's buffet. So I was flying Qantas. So the Qantas lounge, I mean, it's pretty tired, but it's still a lovely space where you can be and there's PowerPoints, and I was working pre-flight as well, so it was great to have that space to do that. So they've got buffet style food, so depending on the time of day that you're there, and then the bars are pretty much open all day.
Okay,
all day. So they've got spirits that you can pre-mix. I didn't drink anything.
Nothing.
No,
we didn't have a glass of bubbles.
Didn't have a glass of bubbles. I didn't. No, I did. No, because I had to fly from.
Friend?
No, I had to fly from Adelaide to Sydney. I flew Adelaide to Sydney, and then I was in Sydney for 5 hours because then it was Sydney to San Fran because the Sydney to San Fran flight got pushed back. Oh. So I was 5 hours in Sydney, and I thought I need to get to sleep on the plane. I knew that I had a busy time from wheels down that I was going to be having to do work as soon as I was in San Fran. So I didn't want to get too drunk. So I actually waited until
I had one glass. Hang on, shut up for a second. One glass is not going to make you drunk, woman. Like a celebratory.
I've got no bloody self-control though, do I?
Okay.
So no, but I did have one glass in the lounge, but I waited until, because I was there for 5 hours, it's very easy things to escalate, especially for me.
Okay.
Things can escalate pretty quickly. No, so I did have one glass in the lounge, and then when I got on the...
Hang on, you had one glass now?
I did.
You told me you didn't have one.
No, I forgot. I did have one. No, I didn't in Adelaide. I did when I was in Sydney.
Yeah.
Sorry. No,
it's all right. It was a couple of weeks ago.
No, so just to be clear, so I didn't to start with, but then because I was in the lounge for like 5 hours, I thought, okay, I'll have one before I go to
now
the
you
plane.
are my friend again.
So I had one glass. Yeah. So sorry, I rejigged my story. Yeah, I had one glass. And then they call your flight and you don't have to line up with everyone. So you've got a business lane that you can board via.
You still board the same.
Still board at the same time. Yeah. But you've got the business lane that you can go in, which is just really nice. It's, cuts that time.
You're just not with
down.
The plebs and,
you don't have to line up.
Wander on through.
Yeah, wander on through. And the configuration of the plane I was in was 1-2-1. So I had an aisle. So I was in one of the ones. So I had an aisle and a window seat.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, so you were just amazing.
Solo. And I had my own overhead locker all to myself as well. So I wasn't trying to fight to find space.
Yes.
And it was just like it was just space. What you do
Spacious.
is you get space. And then there's storage in your seat as well. So I had all of my particulars. So I had my noise cancelling headphones.
Great.
Which Huey bought me for my birthday. It would have been maybe 4 or 5 years ago now, probably longer. And my God, I hadn't used them for a while. I did take them to Malaysia with me, but I forgot to charge them, so they were useless. Problematic. But I had them on the entire flight. Like, they make such a difference. It's actually amazing. I had them on without actually listening to anything. I just had them on with the noise cancelling on, and then I would sort of lift up, like peer my ear out of the headphone, and the noise that comes from the plane, which you just get used to, is actually
really loud.
Really loud. So my number one tip, other than getting a blow dry and a pedicure, would be noise cancelling headphones. And you don't have to buy them, but if you're going on a long trip and you've got someone, like one of your friends might have some, just
borrow.
And I know you got some for Adzi for his birthday. So
yes, we've got one pair.
You can use them. So yeah, I had my headphones out. I had the book. So at that point I was reading the first
A Court of Thorns.
Yep. So I had that ready to go. I also had extra water. I always bring, I was like, I need to be hydrated.
Yes.
And I also took with me a face mask.
I was going to ask if you took a sheet mask.
Took myself a sheet mask. Yep.
So good.
Yep. Because again, I think it is really important to keep your skin hydrated. And as everyone knows, I've had a lot of issues with my skin as of late. I feel like we're turned a bit of a corner with it. But the hydration is so important. So, yep. So
what sheet mask?
Took my sheet mask. It's called Ultraceuticals.
Oh, yes.
So because that's the product I've been using on my face. Yeah.
Okay. You are the third person now who has told me about this brand in the space of like 2 weeks.
Oh, maybe it's a sign.
Ooh. I'm actually, okay. Yeah, I'm going to get
What do they say about it?
Yes, really great.
Yeah.
Like amazing.
Well, because I've been going to this dermatologist and I've been getting the red light therapy every like twice a week, but I haven't been for a while because of travel and whatnot. And yeah, so they've got me onto a lot of their products.
Yes.
And they're not cheap, but you don't use much of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I found them to be really good.
Ultraceuticals.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ultraceuticals. So yeah, I had my ultraceuticals mask. And then when you get to your seat, they've got like a little bag that you get with like little toiletries and stuff. So it's a little toiletries bag. It's got a toothbrush and toothpaste, which was actually very lucky because I forgot to bring my toothbrush and my toothpaste. And you know what? I always feel a bit funny when I travel because who takes the toothpaste? I can't take our family toothpaste with me.
I usually take a travel size one.
Yeah, so I don't know where my travel size stuff has gone. So anyway, luckily they had a toothbrush and the toothpaste. They have some socks.
Great.
That you can put on your little
feet always
tootsies.
get cold.
My feet always are hot, so I didn't wear the socks.
Okay.
But I've got them for you. And then they also had a lip balm.
Ooh.
A lip balm, a face cream.
Oh.
And a body cream.
What?
Yeah, like little small ones. The lip stuff was really nice as well. So, yeah, so that was great. And then an eye mask, which I forgot to bring my own eye mask, but again, very useful if you're trying to get some sleep. And then earplugs.
Great.
Which I didn't need because I had my noise cancelling.
Did you take a photo?
I did. Oh, I've got a lot of photos, for you, for the pod.
Wait.
So I will, I think like the air stewardesses were, and the air people.
Hostesses?
The air hosts and hostesses were probably looking at me like, this chick has never but you know what?
Who cares?
I loved it. Yeah. I was enjoying it. So yeah, I acquainted myself with all of that. And then on the chair, there was a pillow.
Yes.
And then there was a blanket.
Yep.
So a blanket, which is already in plastic, so you know that it's been washed. And then there was this other thing, which I was like, I don't know what that is.
A robe?
And I don't know. It was actually something that you put over the chair when you're about to sleep. Yeah, it's like a little like covering that goes over the chair. So when you flatten it down, it's a bit more comfortable.
A seat sheet.
Seat cover, yeah. seat sheet. Except I put that on incorrectly. I didn't really, I thought it was a seat pillow. So I had it all folded up. And then when I got off the plane the other way, I saw that everyone had like laid it out. I'm like, oh, that's what it is. So I was on the whole flight thinking I was like so clever. Like, look at me, I worked out this. Because it is, you go in there and it's all unknown, you know. You sort of like, what is all of this stuff? You're trying to work it out.
We now know when we go to fly business that we put the seat sheet on.
The seat sheet on, So it's sort of, I had it all rolled up just on the head.
Yes.
Just on the headrest.
No, but
just nice as a pillow, but, you know, there we are. So arrived on the plane and, sorry, guys, I'm going to go into all the details. So
that's great.
You can skip forward like 15 minutes to the end of the story if you want, but I'm going to go to the details. So, I was sort of sitting down, like looking around at everything, getting myself ready, and then they come up to you and they, you know, would you like a glass of champagne? So this is before we've even taken off. You're literally just boarding. Of course, I got the glass of champagne.
Great.
I was like, yes, please. And then they handed me a menu for breakfast and then also...
So this was, you were departing in the evening though?
So I left, I think my flight was like 10 p.m.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So you'd had dinner, they don't offer you dinner?
No. So this was for the morning, so when we were just about to land. So they give you, so you can pre-order your breakfast.
Yes, beautiful.
So they give you the pre-order form and it's got all the stuff. So when you fly economy, you know, you get the...
You just get
you get the option. Yeah, but you get the egg and the sausages and then you also get some fruit and you get some all of that and the
like
coffee and a drink. Yeah. Whereas this, you have to order it all sort of separately. It's almost like a hotel kind of menu. So I took a photo of the menu.
Great.
I took a photo of everything. So you sort of, you choose your drink. So you can have like a green juice or a this or a that and the coffee and the this. And then you can choose if you want yogurt or fruit or what breakfast items you want. And this is where I sort of went wrong this first trip because I just ticked coffee and then I got an omelette. And the omelette was lovely, but I was like,
did you get
when
toast?
It arrived, I didn't get any toast. When it arrived at the end of the flight, I was like, oh, I should have ordered the yogurt. I should have ordered the fruit. I should have ordered the fruit juice. I should have ordered which.
So you just got coffee and omelette.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh,
well.
So on the way back, I did order yogurt.
You did better.
Fruit.
You
all
learned.
The things. I learned. But I wasn't, I probably didn't optimise that as much as I could have. So anyway, breakfast menu came.
Good.
Breakfast menu came. It was still lovely. Breakfast menu came out, blah, 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 tick, tick, tick. And then they drop off the dinner menu, which I've got one for you here. So they were serving dinner pretty much like straight away.
Okay.
And they sort of give you all of the different options.
So you hadn't eaten?
Well, no, I had eaten because I'd been in the lounge for 5 hours.
That's right.
So I'd been eating my heart out because I've got a bit of an issue with buffets is I like them and I want to try them. And so I got on the plane thinking, okay, it's already 10 o'clock. I need to get to sleep pretty quickly so I can get into time zone because it was like 2 a.m. or later San Fran time when I was on the plane. So I was like, okay, I want to get into time zone pretty quick. So I actually, and I'm like, I'm full. So I'm like,
you didn't get anything.
I'm not going to have dinner. No,
because you've been eating. It was 10 p.m. anyway.
Yeah. So I was like, can I just have another glass of champagne instead?
Perfect. So you were being provided food by the chef, Neil Perry.
Well, I don't think Neil cooked them, but he inspired the menu. Neil's just like in the
Neil was in there.
Neil was there, yeah.
Wow, it looks pretty beautiful though.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And they when they serve you the dinner, so I didn't have dinner the first flight because I just wanted to sort of just have another glass of bubbles and then just try and get to sleep. But they do. Yeah, like put like a little tablecloth down on your tray table. And yeah, it's
so
a pretty
fancy.
It's a really, really
beautiful
experience. Yeah.
So I'm just going to read this to you, everyone. This is on the menu. We invite you to tailor this menu from Neil Perry to suit you. Whether you'd like to enjoy a full meal after takeoff or a selection of dishes throughout your flight, we're pleased to offer a completely personalised dining experience. Oh, and complimentary, I guess.
Yes, well, you pay for it. Yeah.
Wow. Sounds pretty good.
And then they have in-flight snacks and all that kind of stuff. So it's very similar to your other experience, but it's elevated, obviously. And just the space is really amazing. So I got my drink on arrival, got my champagne, and then they bring out the pajamas.
Oh, you got PJs?
Got PJs, yeah. So I did. So in terms of
changed into your PJs like in your little spot, or you go to the bathroom?
Yeah, so I went to the bathroom, and I think everyone goes to the bathroom.
Okay.
Because you're not in a private closed-off room. You're still on the plane with everyone else.
Class?
First class, you've got your own space. You can close the door. Yeah. So with this, I wore, and we haven't talked about this yet. So in terms of my plain outfit, so my plain outfit, I wore. I had some Lululemon Align leggings. So they're the black, really soft ones. Yes. So they don't hold you in, but they are super soft and they're yoga ones and beautiful texture. So I wore them. I wore my sneakers, and again, not like fashion sneakers, not proper just like my actual running sneakers.
Okay.
Because I don't have any fashion sneakers. So I think I need to buy some. Mm-hmm.
Great.
Like some of those New Balance ones. And I did try and go to buy some the weekend before, but there were none in stock down in Victor Harbour. And I've also got quite a large foot, so I have to buy the men's one. So anyway, I need to buy some more fashion sneakers.
Yes.
But so I just wore my sneakers because I thought, I'll probably go for a walk or something, or might try and do some exercise while I'm away, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And then I had like a black T-shirt on, and then I had my fluffy like teddy coat.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Which I really did not need to take with me, because guess what? It was 17 degrees in San Fran, and that coat is definitely not a 17-degree kind of coat. I might take it to London with me when I go.
Great idea.
This week.
Yeah.
But it was overkill. I mean, luckily I had the space in my overhead locker.
It didn't really matter. You look.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't take it, you probably would have needed it.
Yeah.
So
it was fun. It was quite comfortable. So anyway, I had that, but no, I did. So I took off. I waited until we took off, and then I could have quite comfortably, and I wore a sports bra because I thought that will be more comfortable, a sports bra, than a underwire bra or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you know what? I hate underwire bras.
I don't have any.
Yeah. So I've still got some of my breastfeeding bras, but I need to just get rid of them.
Well, you might, yeah.
Or not to wear, they don't need to be in my wardrobe in my current rotation.
You probably need to move on from that.
No, I have, but they're comfortable because they're not underwire.
Oh,
so I bought some new bras afterwards, and they were underwire, and I just actually keep going back to my breastfeeding bras because they're more comfy. Yeah. So I need to. So what's your underwire situation? You don't have it?
Well, I've got small boobs, so I don't. Well, today I don't have a bra on. I often don't wear a bra.
Now I'm looking. Let me have a look.
And because they're small, I'd say they're like an A, well, maybe a B. There might be a B. But I just wear the booty, more of I guess it's maybe a sportsy kind of
Okay.
bra. Oh, I do have some underwire, but they don't have any padding or anything.
No.
And, yeah, the Booty brand.
The Booty brand. Okay, I'm not sure. You have to show it to me.
Yeah, quite comfy, soft. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've got much more. You've got a great
I need to get.
So you probably need more support.
I think I'd be like a D now. I don't know, but maybe double D. It's going down. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not great.
Okay. Well, if anyone out there has got bra brands that they can let us know about, it'd be very, very helpful. So I wore a sports bra just because it was, I thought, more comfortable.
Yes.
So I got changed in the bathroom once we'd taken off. But a lot of people get changed when they will get into their seat and then they'll get changed straight away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many in business class with you? How many seats are allocated?
It depends on the configuration of the plane. I'm not 100% sure because I think there were 2 sections of business class, so maybe 30 seats.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just haven't flown overseas for so long that I – yeah.
And
it
depends on the plane.
Or are they in another door so they don't walk past you?
Oh, I think for this one they didn't walk past us.
No.
We went one way and they went the other way.
Yeah, okay, because it's a bigger plane that there'd be.
Yeah, but on some of the other, depending on what you're flying, sometimes you do go past business. And I've actually read a really interesting study, and it said that when passengers go through business to get to economy, there's usually more issues with the passengers during the flight because their anchor is to the business class. So they walk in the plane, they see the business, they see the space, they see all of that stuff, and then they're almost disgruntled coming onto the plane because that's not the experience that they're having. And often they'll cause more trouble on flights, because their anchor is...
Yeah, that's what they've first seen.
They've first seen something that they're not having. So which I totally get because you sort of go, oh, these wankers up the front.
Yeah, you were the wanker.
I was the wanker, yeah. I was the wanker.
I love that for you.
Yeah, I loved it too. I loved it too. Yeah. So, took off, had the bubbles, blah, 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 got into my thing. And then the seat actually goes fully flat. Like it's actually pretty amazing. So I was lying down flat.
Yes.
Read some of the book.
Uh-huh.
Didn't watch any movies on that first flight there because I just wanted to sleep
How would
as
you
much
watch
as I could.
the movie?
So you've got a screen in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah. And you probably wouldn't be lying it when you're lying flat.
You'd be, yeah.
Yeah, you'd probably be. But you can, it goes down, so you've got all the configurations of going from fully upright to fully flat. You can stop it at any point. So, yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like, and I'm 6 foot and I was fully lying and stretched out. Yeah. So it was pretty amazing. So when I got ready to go to sleep, I was thinking, oh, fuck, I should have bought a sleeping tablet or something like that with me. Mm-hmm. And I did actually. I thought, oh, actually, here's something I've prepared earlier. So I found some little sleeping tablets in my bag. So I had some of the rest of it, which is the over the counter.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then I also found a little circular pill.
Oh, yeah.
That was sort of like this light yellow colour.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that is a like diazepam or temazepam, one of the PAMs that helps you go to sleep. So I was looking at this pill.
You didn't know?
Well, I don't take any other pills really. Like,
I would not have any idea.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever taken a sleeping tablet.
Well, I have. When I got Hugh and I did dabble quite a bit after Arthur died, just because it was the only way we could really calm ourselves down and get to sleep. And then I didn't when I was pregnant. I didn't when I was breastfeeding. And then because Freddie sleeps in our bed quite often, for some or part of the night or all of the night, I don't take them because you are just
drowsy.
Yeah. So drowsy. So it was in the bathroom cupboard and it was just one pill on its own. I was like, well, it wouldn't be anything else because I don't partake in party pills.
Yes.
And if I do, they're not in your someone's
house.
given them to me when we're out. They're not in my house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought, okay, let's do it.
So you popped the pill.
Let's see what happens.
Jesus.
And so I took the yellow pill.
Okay.
It's like a light yellow pill. And I had actually texted my sister and I said, what colour are those scripts?
Can be light, yellow or blue or white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So you took that.
Yeah, so I took that.
Like a baby.
And I felt, but also I always find that whenever I take sleeping tablets or any kind of sleeping aid, and again, as I said, I don't take them often, but whenever I always am like overthinking, like when is it going to come into effect? And I feel like I probably, the adrenaline or something that comes into my body because I'm thinking so much about it actually probably counteracts the impact of it. So I really don't feel like it did that much because I was just like, when's it going to hit me? When's it going to hit me? When's it going to hit me? Am I going to go to sleep now? Am I going to go to sleep now?
Is that cortisol? The stress?
Yeah, the stress. Yeah. Or the adrenaline or whatever it is. So
interesting.
Yeah. But then, had a decent sleep and then got off the plane and
straight into work.
Straight into it, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah, straight into it. So, it was a great experience. And then flew on the flight back. I was on a slightly different plane. So, because I was flying from LA, this one was actually all of the business and first class was in the upper deck.
Wow.
And they had like a little bar area.
Like in the movies.
Yeah. It wasn't as nice as the ones in the movies. It was just like more like a seating area.
That's cool though.
Yeah, and it was slightly different configuration, so it had a bit more storage in this one. And I got the pajamas. Don't you believe it? You better believe it. And I took the pajamas home. And Hugh's like, "Why did you bring the pajamas home?"
Were they comfy?
They were comfy, but I was like, "Well, they're just going to chuck them out otherwise. I don't want to waste them."
No.
And maybe we've got friends sleeping over and they've forgotten their jammies and they need them. And then Hugh's like, "But you've got oil all over them." Because when I was eating the food.
Are you a messy eater? Hey, okay.
Well, if I'm in a, I was going to say when I'm eating in a seat, but I always eat in a chair.
Oil?
Well, because I had, so on the way back I did have dinner. So I got like a fish.
Oh, is that on this one?
I think it was on that one, yeah. I got a fish and just the fish had a little bit of oil on it. So it was.
Sea bass?
Yeah, the sea bass.
With roasted garlic potatoes?
Yeah, so maybe it was the potatoes. But I got a few little.
Broccolini and lemon thyme butter.
Yeah, it was the butter. Oh. It was the lemon thyme butter on my top.
You messy gal.
I know. I can't help it.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's
It's only on the PJs.
Yeah, but now the PJs have
Yeah,
stained.
maybe they need to go in the bin.
Maybe. Or Hugh could use them as rags.
Yeah.
But I just remember, like, you know, when people would give me their jar. Like, I don't know, it's nice if you're staying at a friend's house and you've forgotten your pajamas.
They've got something to provide you.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Anyway, we got them. I got 2 pairs.
Okay, so anything that you did like quite differently on the way back? Like, obviously, you didn't fuck up the breakfast.
No, I put the bed cover on
and
correctly,
you got
the seat cover on
sheet.
correctly. Yeah,
Okay, well done.
Yeah, and I probably got 7 hours sleep. More than I get on a normal,
that's
on a normal day.
Exactly.
One thing I did do, which was probably a rookie mistake, is that day, it was when we had just recorded. So I was recording in the taxi.
In the cab.
And what I did is I had gone for a walk up Runyon Canyon, which is a very, very like the Hollywood Hills. And I'd done a bit of jogging. So I'd gotten just inspired. I was listening to music and I was like feeling good. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for a little jog. And like I used to love running.
Yeah.
I've like run 5 half marathons before. I just really got into it. I loved it. Loved it. So I was like, I'm going to go for a little jog. And I felt good in the moment. And I'm like, look at me. I haven't run for ages. And I felt great. Until I had to get off the plane. So when we landed in Sydney and I literally could not walk. Because of my muscles had all seized up.
Yes, okay.
And my hips were so tight. And of course I'd done no stretching.
No.
Cost then just going on a 17-hour flight. Oh. And yeah, it probably took me a good week to get over that muscle soreness. Yeah. Yep. And I got home and was greeted by the beautiful Chloe who picked me up. That was such a treat.
Yeah,
that was such a treat.
That was lovely.
That was so lovely. It's
very
always
welcome.
So beautiful to be picked up from the airport.
Lovely. It was a lovely day as well.
It was.
The sun was shining.
Yeah, I had a coffee as well. Yeah,
it was good.
Had a good chat on the way back. Yeah, which was lovely. And I came home and sort of feeling a bit, out of it because it was now Monday morning. Monday morning Adelaide time, and Hugh's like, because we were looking to do some renovations. And we'd got full plans done for the house. But then, this year's been really tough for both of us, Hugh especially, and I just didn't want to put any more stress on us to do the whole build at the same time. And so we thought, okay, why don't we just do part of it? And the part that we wanted to do is currently we've got a 2-story house. Upstairs is the living area, the kitchen, and then our bedroom.
Yes.
And then the other bedrooms are downstairs. Now, Fred's, I don't want him to sleep downstairs on his own. No. It's scary down there. I'm scared to be down there on my own. I don't and also he wakes up in the middle of the night. I don't want to be running up and down the stairs. I don't want to have to climate control 2 areas of the house.
True.
What if a robber comes?
Money.
Yeah. So we thought, okay, he's now 16 months old and probably nice for everyone to have their own space. So we thought, okay, we'll just do the downstairs bit. Hugh got a builder room while I was away to have a look at doing this small reno, and as it happened to be, they were free that following week, and Hugh and I had already decided to go away for the week to KI for like 3 or 4 days just to spend a bit of time together as a family. So I get home, Hugh's like, the builder's coming tomorrow to start the demolition and to do all of this stuff while we're in KI. So he's madly trying to get all of the stuff out of these rooms, because these rooms that was our recording studio, one of them. There was a lot of clothes there, a lot of boxes, a lot of all sorts of stuff, a lot of doonas.
So many doonas.
So he's madly getting ready to get that all sorted, which was lovely. And it's so lovely seeing him do that kind of stuff.
Oh, he smashed it. He did.
Gets it done. And then we, the following morning, the Tuesday, we were getting ready to go to KI, which is this little island about an hour's drive from where we are, and then about an hour's ferry ride, which is beautiful, but it's not really a tropical island. It's a barren island, like almost like a wildlife park. Is that how you'd describe it?
Yeah, I'd never really thought about it as a barren island, but kind of quite, right? I mean, there's lots of bushland and beautiful beaches and coastline.
Yes.
But yes, lots of wildlife.
Yeah. But when you think of island, I always think of like tropical island.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, this is more of a rustic Australian Southern Island.
Southern Island.
Cold, similar weather to what we've...
Cold and windy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cold and windy. So that morning, Freddie had a little upchuck in the morning and I was thinking, I must have eaten too much food. Nothing to worry about. Okay, just keep going. Got all of the stuff ready for the week, got on the ferry. Fred was not looking too good on the ferry. I was like, oh, well, it is quite choppy.
Okay, it wasn't a smooth
He'd not been
sail.
on a ferry before. Like maybe he just doesn't know what's going on.
Seasick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get to Penneshaw, which is like the first little town after we get off the ferry.
Yeah.
And just get some food. He has lunch. We have lunch. Give him one of those like yogurt pouches. Next minute.
Straight up. Yeah.
All over me.
That's
all over my pads.
so many times to me.
All over my top. Everywhere.
Gross.
Anyway, fast forward. Okay, this is not just a little upchuck. This is full gastro. So we're on this tiny little island. We are in this shack which has got like no washing machine, no nothing. Like we deliberately chose something that's in the middle of nowhere so we can reconnect as a family. We could, Huey could do some fishing.
Machine.
There's no washing machine.
Oh.
There was no washing machine. And and the weather was also terrible. So it was so windy. So there was and on this island, like it was a certain type of wind where the whole island is winded.
We usually can get protection, like the other side or whatever.
Hugh knows all
Hugh's
the
very
things.
good
He knows all the differences. The wind galore, terrible. And it was actually a fucking nightmare.
Sick.
Yeah. So Fred is sick and then Hugh gets sick. And then
there's no washing machine.
There's no washing machine.
Bathroom.
So we had to go to the bathroom, which is outside of the house.
Oh, no.
So it was just, we went to the laundromat. That was a really fun experience.
Love that for you.
And,
holidays.
it did force us to be really slow.
Yes.
So it did force us to be really slow, but there was also no internet where we were. So...
And how far were you from like Penneshaw or Kings Coast?
Oh, not too far, like maybe a half an hour drive.
Oh, right, okay.
45-minute drive to the nearest town, So we were on part of the island called Destries Bay, which is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Really beautiful. It was, it was a trip and a half. So we get back on the ferry and I'm like, well, I've escaped this. Look at me.
Yoo-hoo.
Woohoo.
I've got a raw iron gut.
Yeah, get back on the ferry. And we had then that weekend, so that was a Friday, we were coming back and we had some friends who were visiting from the UK who'd come all the way down to see us. So we were going to catch up with them that night. And then the next day we had like a fake family Christmas because Hugh's brother and wife and their son are not going to be around for Christmas. And so they'd come down to Sydney to see us and everyone earlier.
Yeah.
And then also Robbie Williams was playing on the Sunday night, which I was planning on going to as well. So I had a full weekend planned and quite excited about it. So get back on the ferry and on the ferry on the way back, I'm feeling really sick. I'm thinking, it must just be the ferry. Sometimes I get a bit of seasickness. Had a bit of a vom on the ferry. And then no. It was not a bit of seasickness.
Oh,
they'd passed the baton to me.
Yeah.
And that was 5 days, Chloe. That was a 5-day kind of experience. I was down and out. So we went to the supermarket when we got home and I'm like, I'm definitely fine. I'm good to get food for the Christmas thing and then also to get food for some people who are coming over. And they're on their way to our house in their camper van. And I'm like, abort mission. Cancel. We can't do this.
You poor thing.
And it was, I don't think I was going to come and record with you, and then I texted you saying, "No, this ain't going to happen."
You thought potentially the Tuesday you might be all good, but no, still
no,
yeah,
just down and out.
Eaten chili con carne Monday night for dinner.
So Monday I was feeling better.
You were feeling a bit better,
and I had some work calls I had to do.
You did work, yeah.
I had a bit of work to do, and
you probably overexerted yourself.
I did,
and then you had
chili con carne. I had the chili con carne for dinner.
Not a great decision. On, your tummy that's already like...
I know. I wasn't really thinking.
No.
I wasn't really thinking.
But sometimes I know what I know when you're in that state and you're quite hungry.
I was
you're
so
starting
hungry.
To get you're starting to feel that hunger.
Yeah.
And so you're just wanting something.
I was so hungry and that's what the boys were having.
So
that's what Huey and Freddie were having. And I was like, you know what?
Now we've learnt. No chili.
Well, it wasn't. It was like a mild chili con. Like it wasn't super
but it's
spicy.
still like meat.
Yeah, red meat
and
tomatoes. beans.
Yeah.
Anyway, I paid for it dearly that night.
Oh, you poor thing. But you bounce back now and you're just like radiant, beautiful.
Dropped a few kilos pre-Christmas. That was great.
That's right. There's always silver lining.
Always a silver lining.
Always silver lining.
So, yeah, but I'm never going to KI again. I hate that place.
Had you've been before?
Yeah, no,
right?
I love it.
Yeah.
I can't normally really like it.
I've just got up D'Estre's Bay. I'm trying to I'm definitely, I know we've been there before, but is it near the river? Is there a river that goes down there?
Unclear.
Sure.
I'm not the person to be asking these kinds of questions.
Okay. I'm just trying to, I'm not quite sure either. Anyway.
But yeah, it was beautiful and but it just wasn't. So I don't know. I don't know if I can go back there.
Maybe not to D'Estre's Bay and
or just the ferry, like the ferry trip, all of it. I don't know. Okay. You can actually fly there because it's not cheap to get over there.
No, the ferry is quite expensive.
Yeah,
with the car.
Have you been before?
Yeah, Adam has worked over there for 2 different stints. So we got married, and then he went over there for like a few months, 6 months, kind of on and off. Oh well, he'd do like 2 weeks on and then come back. And then again when Raf was 6 months old. So I was left home. It was only going to be 2 weeks. It ended up being 4 months.
Oh, wow.
That he was over there. And Raf was, he's not a sailor. So he would puke and vomit every trip. And I'd take the dog over with me.
Oh, my
so
goodness.
I'd have Raf strapped to me, vomiting. Then I'd have the dog. Then the dog is not, he's great here, but he can be a little bit antisocial and bark and growl. So it was really great experience on the ferry, and no one really helped me.
No.
So odd.
No.
Anyway, I love KI though.
Okay, so you still
I definitely go back.
Yeah.
I've been back since for like little trips. We've got some friends that live there, and it's a beautiful spot.
Yeah, it is a beautiful spot. We had a friend's wedding there, and we had the best trip ever. Like, it was so much fun.
Without children.
That was without children, yeah. And the weather was beautiful, and it was just a week of amazingness. So that was like our last experience there, and then this was like nightmare from hell. Maybe, and so it was just
give it a bit of time.
Yeah, give it a bit of time.
Maybe go back without children. Just anyway, maybe stay somewhere that has
stay some bit nice. No, it was nice because it was, you were just surrounded by bush. Like, it was actually very relaxing.
What was it called?
From that it was on Airbnb. I don't know what the name was, but interesting indeed.
Fabulous. All right, so
is that enough detail?
I bloody love that. I loved hearing I think what I've been like pining to hear about is the business class experience.
Yeah, and it was really
thank you for sharing.
It was really
above and beyond.
It was really beautiful. Yeah, really, really nice. And as I said, it sort of is a very different experience of flying. So
alters your now opinion of like traveling.
Just ruins you. Just ruins you.
Anyway,
so
full work. That's great.
Exactly, and so you can upgrade on points potentially.
Like,
it's a good way to use your points.
That's a really good point. All right, let's give a little bit of an update on the week ahead, Astro-wise. I was doing a bit of research, and did you know that 2023 it has been called the year of the shift?
Oh. I didn't.
Quite like a pivotal year, that we've kind of been through, which I've kind of felt. Yeah. Like there's been lots of ups and downs and lefts and rights and all over the place. Like
ziggity zags.
Yeah. Yeah. Movement in self. Yeah. I don't know. We started a podcast. So
I know.
That was pretty.
We did, but even thinking back, like, I don't know, and this time I think is often a time of reflection for the year just been, but even just reflecting, like I reflect on who I was when we started the podcast, and I feel like I've had a lot of growth.
Absolutely.
Over that
Me
period.
Too. I'm like a different person.
Yeah,
we should, maybe we'll spend a bit of time like thinking about how we've changed and chat about it in the next
we'll chat about that closer to the new year. Yeah.
But exciting news. So December this month brings like openness, hope and a joyful vibe. So it's like completely different from what we've had in October and November. So it's those 2 months were quite intense. Yeah. There were a lot of heightened kind of emotions and feelings. So really exciting that this month is going to be more about joy and happiness. The 4th of December, we've got Venus, which is actually today when we're recording. So You'll still obviously feel this when we drop it, but it's moving into Scorpio. So there's that focus on relationships. So we're deepening and shining light on those relationships that lift you up and those that potentially drag you down.
Okay.
So just being aware of relationships around you.
Yes.
And then on the 6th, we've got Neptune, which is the planet of dreams, psychic powers and creative pursuits, is stationing direct. So we will feel a fog lifting, which I think is so great. And we'll be getting inspired and having like a clearer picture of our direction moving forward.
Ooh, we like that.
Yeah. So there's a few I feel like this week is a nice week. No moons. We'll talk about that next week. Got a new moon next week.
Yes.
Sagittarius.
Okay.
And then we've got that retrograde coming up too, but I'll chat more about that next week.
Awesome. Okay, so the stars are in our favour.
Stars are in our favour and a good month overall, just for happiness and joy, which is so nice. All right, do you want to do the...
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to.
I've had to...
You had to do it solo the last 3 weeks you've had to do it, hey?
So get your hands on them. What have we got for this week? Which I haven't.
Here we go.
These are the Super Attractor cards from Gabby Bernstein. Oh,
it's
nice.
Good to feel good.
Love that.
Isn't it good to feel good?
It's good to feel good. And this is surrounded by the beautiful colour green. I wonder since having feng shui sessions, I've been thinking about, or episodes, sorry, not sessions, like colours and their meaning. What? Do you know much about green?
I think, is green like calming or enviro? I don't know. I always think of environment green, but that's probably wrong. Do you know that I used to see people in colours? I used to see colour auras around people.
Oh, wow.
I haven't for a long time.
Haven't you?
No, I need to tap back into it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I sort of like shut it.
Another girlfriend who does that.
Like shut it down.
So colour, in spiritual terms, the colour green implies beginnings, new growth, vibrant health, and other ideas connected with life, rebirth and renewal.
Okay.
Very good. Beautiful. I love that. It's good to feel good.
It's good to feel good.
Amazing. Well...
On that note,
all done this week. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah.
We hope you've enjoyed just our little chat.
Yeah.
We thought that we might kind of throw a few of these in there from time. Well, a lot.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, actually, it's all we're doing from now on. No, we'll still have guests. We'll still have guests, but
we're going to just have little chats and talk about different topics that we've experienced too. Not necessarily all about spiritual healing and growth, but just our lives
a bit more. And it's so lovely to be back. It's so lovely to be in this new space.
Yay. Woohoo.
So great to see you, and thanks everyone out there who has listened.
Always so grateful. All right, we'll see you next week. Ciao.
Thank you all so much for listening. We really do appreciate your support. Please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Give us a rating and a review. And if you like this show, please share it with a friend and tell them to have a listen. Just send them the link to that Spotify or Apple or wherever you get your podcast. You can also connect with us on Instagram at the.selfishpodcast. You can always slide into our DMs as well and let us know if you have got a different type of treatment that you would like us to explore, or if you've got any specific questions. Anyway, thank you again, and we'll see you next week. Bye.